So it is more sheets per hour. This is what really counts. More sellable sheets, and since less run lengths, you need to fill up the press with more jobs. If you fill up the press with more shops, then you have to handle shorter make ready. That means more sheets per hour, more jobs per day. This is what we strive for. And for that, you need a high uptime of the equipment. There is a huge difference whether you set up the press with 500 sheets or with 50 sheets. Why? Because the material, the paper, is almost 50 or 60% nowadays of the entire cost of production. That's the reason why this is a major point. More sheets, less wastage. Whatever you can do, a lousy adjusted press will produce a lot of wastage. So it's much better to call our specialist, put a bit money in your hands, adjust the press properly, bring down the number of sheets you need, and then drive down the cost. So at the end of the day, it is more beneficial for you to maintain, to really have a certain budget for maintenance rather than spend it into wastage. What does it mean? Sometimes if you follow a job in the shop floor, it comes in as raw paper, then ink is coming in, and then it goes to the cutter, and then you cut it, and then it goes, and then it waits, and the paper waits, and then it goes to the press, and from the press you print, and then it has to dry, and then you have the finish, and because the finishing is not ready, it waits, so it adds time. So this is what we say, turnaround. As faster you produce something, as better the turnaround, as more you have a turnover, as more productive. It is a difference whether you need 3 days to produce a 16-page 4x4 printed A4 brochure, or 2 days, or 1 day. It's a big difference because there's always money involved. And as better your equipment, as higher the availability of the equipment, as faster the turnaround. And that goes directly into quality. How often do I hear my press is not consistent? There are color variations, things like that. So this is what I call consistency. If we have color variations in the press, there is definitely something wrong. And we can fix it. We can adjust the press and don't accept it as it is. Color variation, there is a root cause for it, and we can eliminate it. And then, of course, it should be reliable. Reliability means also we should be there. And the equipment you install should run over a certain period of time without fail. Or in case if wear and tear, it fails, you should have somebody who is quickly there. What do we need for all these? More sheets per hour, higher reliability. Of course, you need adequate and appropriate technology. You cannot expect that if you have a low-cost investment, that you get the same output as compared if you invest in a more sophisticated technology. You need skilled people. Training is key. If you, as I mentioned already, you can invest the huge amount of money in the nicest equipment of the world. If you don't have skilled people, it is a waste of everything. Proper organization, if you have a lousy shop floor organization, if you cannot find the paper, if you have a lousy communication, so that a lot of mistakes are done because of communication. So this is also a key success factor in the organization. We have to know the cost per hour of our press, of our folder, of our CDP device, of our stitcher. Then if we link that together, then we know exactly what it costs. And if we divide it into the number of copies we are producing, then we have the cost per unit we are producing.